Now, this should work. This should work. So I should refresh. And then this should pop up. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Well, I think I know what I gotta do. Here we go. Yep, here we go. This is what I need. I have the wrong one. What's up, One Wants Boy? What's up again, Mike? Greetings, everyone. Yeah, of course, it wouldn't be Maximilian Air Stream if two things. One, I wasn't late for it, and two, the chat didn't give me problems. But hello, part two. What's going on, Daft Knot? Let me get this. There we go. Of course it's white. We don't like that, but it is what it is. And then wait, let me get this going. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait. There we go. Hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. Welcome to the Sunday stream. Welcome everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. What's going on? Can't see my own message. It's coming up now. Or it should be coming up now. Let me do live chat. Just so I can see that and bring that over here. What's up, Samuel? What's going on, everyone? Yo! How's everyone doing tonight? We got some stuff. Honestly, I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm gonna get it out of the way now. I don't have really anything Lost Wave kind of to talk about. I had a John Doe mystery I wanted to cover. I did have another mysterious song of mine that I wanted to play. And then maybe, of course, at the end I'll do some reactions. So then that's when we can do the Lost Wave stuff. Also, pardon the sniffles. My allergies have been kicking my ass since earlier today. I was in a very dusty setting for a very well-made short film being made. Hopefully sometime in the fall. But I apologize not only now, but in advance if I have the sniffles and start sneezing and whatnot. So, or we could do a Kaufman reaction at the end of the day if y'all wanted that as well. A big Lost Wave was solved today. Which one was that one? I saw there was one called, was it Power Pack? I think that was the Lost Wave. I don't know if that's the big one you were talking about, but I saw Lost Wave Finder posted that on his channel saying that it got solved. So I don't know if that's what it was, but I downloaded the last stream, so it's not Lost Media anymore. Well, I appreciate that, because I've made the great mistake of making my first channel, Maximilian Air 6, Lost Media, when I deleted the whole thing back in, I think it was like 2015. Yeah, 2015, I think it was, 2016. Supposed to be doing my college assignments, but screw that. Who needs college, man? If you could see the world today, you'll realize that all that's going to happen is you're going to go to college, you're going to get a degree, bachelor's, master's, doesn't matter. You're going to go to a job, they're going to say, sorry, we need a few years of experience, even though it's an entry-level position. You're going to be like, what? And then they're going to say, yeah, sorry, your job's going to be replaced with AI. That's if shit keeps going the way it's going. In America, at least. But anyways, enough about that blibber blabber. We have some cool shit to talk about today, at least. I was referring to the song you mentioned. Yeah, Focus News. All right, we can check that out before the John Doe I have, because I do want to reveal the last mysterious song I played on last stream, which was surprisingly no one got. A very obscure one, actually. I finally beat y'all. It actually lasted the 2 weeks I was off from not streaming. No one could guess what the song was. I'll reveal what that was in a minute. And, you know, I'll play my mysterious song that I have for you today. I have another one. It's actually a classic rock song. That's not Shazamable, and I don't see the lyrics anywhere online as well. And we'll do that. We'll cover and we'll listen to Power Pack, Focus News, which is the song. And then I got a good John Doe mystery for you guys, which, this is a good one. It's a doozy. It's one, well, I shouldn't say doozy. It's, it's one from the 70s. It's one that's been around since 73. So we'll go over that in a bit. And, Max, are you okay? That job rant came from pure anger and passion. I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. I'm completely happy in today's stable economy in this homeland we call America. Thought I'd come in and say, hi, what's up, backyard of Lost Wave 2019. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. The one with the music video. Yeah, I was... Oh, okay, I already read that. Alright. The one with the music video? This mysterious song I played does not have a music video. But... Oh. These earbuds are dying. Sometimes the right one will give out and I have to adjust this right here. So if you see me do this, that's what that is. Anyways. Alright. So. I don't know if the person's here. I think it was KWatt 1984. He was saying that this sounds like the song that I played last time I streamed, the Mysterious Song. He said it was a hip-hop song that I played. Very hardcore, very raw and gritty. Very good, by the way. He said it sounded like early to mid-90s, and he mentioned that it mentioned 93. Well, you are absolutely correct, because that song is indeed from 94, and the song that I played last time was called No Description, Any Day, by the hip-hop duo No Description Given. It's a little confusing where they're from. If you look up their Discogs, it says they're from Washington, D.C., but then I've seen other things that say they're from Baltimore. I was actually shown this from a guy at work that I used to work with, and, you know, he's also really big into underground hip-hop, and he showed me this artist, at least, and they were really good. I liked them, and I figured, you know what, fuck it. They're not Shazamable, there's no lyrics online. Let me put it on the stream. So this was the song I played last. Unfortunately, no one got it, but that's okay. Lyrics aren't anywhere online, and unless you were a part of the, I guess, either Baltimore or Washington, D.C. hip-hop scene, you probably wouldn't have known of these guys. So, hip-hop, Lost Wave is peak. 100% I agree. No gimmicks. Climb the Highest Mountain, I think it's what it's called. Max, have you watched Angels of Passion? No, I have not. I have not watched Angels of Passion. What is that? Alright. Let me get the next song I wanted to play for y'all. Okay. That's cool. Keyboard doesn't want to work. Alright, this is a little bit of a longer one. This is a 5.5-minute one. So... But this is a good one. This is a classic rock song from the 70s. I'm not going to say which year, but here it is. Make sure I get one here. All right. All right. Oh, I got to put this on. What am I doing? All right, Max's Mysterious Song. Let's get it. Here it is. got a minute left. I just wanted to chime in and see some people trying to figure out what it is. It's definitely like a blue. Yeah, it could be blues rock. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's psychedelic rock. It's kind of more blues rock. Yeah, I agree, but a little bit of hard rock too with that Hammond organ and good guitar work as well. And that's the song I got for you today. So now, of course, you have until the next time that I stream to figure out what is the name of that song and who the artist is before, you know, I reveal it on my next stream. Now, of course, I always keep the VODs up for my streams. I never delete them. So if you ever, by any chance, find the name of the song and it's after I'm done streaming, it's not during the stream, just comment on the VOD. That's totally fine. So yeah, that's the song for you. That's the Max's mysterious song that I got for y'all to try to solve until next time I stream, which, I don't know. It's so crazy these days. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next, so I try to stream as when I can. Of course, I mentioned last time I went on vacation. I'm now back from vacation, so... And there's apparently a pretty cool Lost Wave song, a pretty big one from what y'all were saying, that was just solved. So let's give it a check out. Let's check it out. So apparently... Let me get my chat up. Excuse me. The song is called Focus News by an 80s German band called Power Pack, and I actually just had their CD Discogs page up just a minute ago. They're like an electronic ambient synth pop band from Germany, of course, so I can already imagine what the vocals are going to sound like just from that genre and just where the country of origin is. I'm gonna imagine it's gonna sound a little bit, you know, like the wind. If you catch my drift. As I've always stated, a lot of those German singers, not that it's bad, I enjoy the sound. They do have that very similar sound when it comes to their singing. It's that kind of low tone talk, kind of like this.
Should we kill?
Oh shit! Why did that come up? I have literally YouTube links just on my Google browser page. I click it. It's the Teddy video that I watched literally once on stream, and that's the one that comes up. It's a stock music project. Oh, okay, so does that mean there's not going to be any, whatchamacallit? Not going to be any fucking vocals? I don't know, I'm stimming out on words. Chat is dead. Yeah, I know. I think it's probably because I mentioned I'm going to be talking about a John Doe mystery, which is fine. Like, I know that the John Doe mysteries or Jane Doe mysteries that I want to cover on here, plus sometimes things with the Epstein files, doesn't catch as much views as my Lost Wave stuff, but it's fine because I just don't have as much Lost Wave stuff to talk about today. I have this, and after that I was going to talk about the John Doe mystery I had. So if y'all are sticking around, I of course do appreciate that. If you are interested in the John Doe mystery that I have for y'all today. If not, no problem. I'll see y'all in the next one. It doesn't hurt my feelings whatsoever. Not one bit. I'm not crying from any one of you. Oh shit. Well, that just went down my shirt. Yeah, see how much y'all made me cry. Since y'all aren't here for my non-Lost Wave material. But that's okay. Stick around for now because I do have a good Lost Wave one. Apparently, this was actually a pretty big Lost Wave solve. Right now I'm soaking wet. Why did I do that? Who knows? I certainly don't. We're gonna look up Lost Wave Finders upload. Ooh. Also, I assume you saw Out of the Way, the one weird Australian music video Lost Wave gets solved. I did not see that either. Wait a sec. Very rare you have a Lost Wave music video. Is this
Jet,
the... Oh my god,
kill...
it's still the same fucking video of Teddy. Bro, get out of my history. I gotta delete that, bro. It's crazy. What's it called? Out of the Way? LQ and solved. Okay, well. Is this going to be appropriate to show them on YouTube? Wait a second. YouTube doesn't stop shoving digital circus and stuff related to the show in my throat. Oh, okay, it's called Partial Captive by Sindog Jelly Roll. Interesting name. Interesting. I did not see an HQ video, but you know what? Oh, that's the music video right there. Alright, well, I have this pulled up. I guess we can watch this, if this is appropriate for me to watch. I saw a glimpse of that Lost Wave clip, which was probably about 14.5 pixels, if I had to count. Very low quality, but it's okay. Nonetheless, we move. Let's give this song a listen to. So this is the Lost Wave song that just got solved. It was an 80s unknown song. This was a Kiki Speepis. Kiki Speepy's unknown 80s song. Solved by Kiki Speepy himself and Full Life Man. Now this was released in 1986 or 1985, because that's what this says here, but 85, 86. OG snippet, at least from his channel, was uploaded a year ago on September 26, 2024. Oh, but he has the source
Find
here. Okay, excuse me, this was... Wait a minute! It's this
Perfect
one?
tax expert. Whatever your tax situation might be.
This, oh my god, this is the... Oh, okay, shit, this was a big one. Holy crap, I didn't realize it was this one. I should have gotten the message when I kept seeing 80s unknown song, because that's literally what this video is just titled. And this is what they mean when they say Kiki Speepy. It's his YouTube channel name. Oh, okay. A song got self-solved by OP. Yeah, that does happen from time to time. Oh, I added in my comment suggestion to Partial Captive, but I guess you can ignore that part now. Oh, I didn't even see that. Was that earlier? I don't see it. To include Partial Captive. Yeah. The song was recorded in 84 according to Discogs notes. Interesting. So it was in 84, 85, somewhere in that mid-80s range. So, okay, I didn't realize it was this one. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I've heard this 9-second snippet before. I've seen... oh, there's the John Doe. I've heard this 9-second snippet before. Okay. Yeah, so I've only ever heard that 9-second snippet before. I didn't realize it was this that got solved. Okay. So, Kiki Speepy, and who the fuck else was it? One Life Man, I think it said. Alright, hold on. Full Life Man, excuse me. Released in 86, 85, somewhere around there. So, that was the 9-second snippet that was uploaded to YouTube way back in 2013 by Kiki Speepy. And it got solved by that person as well as Full Life Man. So, I think we all heard this snippet. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played it on stream. Also, apparently it's had a topics channel for 7 years now. Granted, I guess it's hard for it to catch it when it's really obscure and it's only a 9-second snippet sometimes. You know, Shazam's got to sift through a lot of the records to find what the song is. And if it only has 9 seconds to work off of, sometimes it doesn't catch that right away. But anyways, this is from their album, Future Projects. Apparently this group, if you look up their Discogs, had a few releases, like full-length LPs. This isn't even their first one. They have a debut called Audiovision, when they were actually called Power Pack Special. But anyways, let's get Focus News, the full song. Oh, listen. It does kind of sound like a disco song, you're right. Honestly, not the vibe I was expecting going into this. This has a very like city pop sound, like Japan city pop sound. It's kind of the franticness of it, the jazz influence of it. It is catchy though. I am digging with it. Digging it right now. Thank you, Sweetie Cap. I was about to ask where the snippet was, but it's at the 145 mark. Ooh, okay, I almost caught the drums. Again, the professional air drummer. Alright, here goes the snippet. Right now. I like the drum set. Alright, again. Not the sound I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a lot more kind of disco vibe oriented, but that had a lot more jazz influence and kind of big city sound to it. Like, you know, it kind of like, it sounds very city like. I can see why they use the Statue of Liberty because it has that like city jazz pop sound. I do dig it though. Very kind of frantic too. You know, obviously it has the electronic influence. I thought it was going to be a lot more, you know, obviously disco and, what should we call it? Like synth oriented. You know what I mean? Still good though. I still dug it a lot. That's crazy that this whole time that's what the 9-second snippet was. It actually came from. See, this is what I love about Lost Wave. This is what I love about Lost Wave. Starting to lose my voice. It sounds like. Excuse me. This is what I love about Lost Wave because you can have a song that's been unidentified for over a decade that can get over 1 million views on YouTube, right? And then come to find out once it gets solved that it came from a band that actually has not only one full-length LP. But multiple. They have an entire discography you can come upon with this. And they even have an EP, a compilation. They have an album that they don't know when it was released. They forgot. They forgot to put it on the label. Probably somewhere in the early 90s. But this is what I love about it. Because they just have multiple full-length LPs. And this song, of course, is from a full-length LP called Future Projects, which is their second album. And it has a number of songs, but it has like multiple versions of them. Like, for example, well, I mean, I don't know what this is. What the fuck? Giants Argate or Airgate has literally there's literally 3 songs titled Giants Airgate, and it's just different lengths. So I don't know what the hell that is. But then there's one called Childhood Mechanica, and then it's just different. Oh yeah, Giants Airgate again, People Mover. But anyways, yeah. So I'm assuming the rest of the album is probably going to be like what we heard, which is that kind of instrumental jazz synth pop kind of sound we heard. But I did dig that. Thank you. So thank you for the recommendation, guys. Because again, I literally had nothing Lost Wave planned. I had heard something. I literally saw before I streamed, when I came onto YouTube, I saw that this had gotten solved. It said 80s unknown song solved. And I was just like, oh, cool. I didn't put two together that it was that unknown 80s song. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess I forgot that it's supposed to just technically be stock music. So wait, does that mean like this band and as long yeah, maybe like other bands like it were also just kind of used by corporations back in the day? They would just buy LPs and albums and just use that as stock music for like I don't know their hold music or whatever they had like a company production video to make. Interesting. I didn't even realize that stock musicians would sell full length LPs. I thought they would just make individual songs and just I guess there was a whole entire other world I didn't know about before the internet. But anyways, that was Focus News by Power Pack, 1985 or 86. Recorded in 84. Pretty catchy. I'd give that like a 6.97 out of 10. I dug that thoroughly. Next up, we got a Lost Wave music video that I actually don't have anything about. Let me... Oh, wait. This was called Out of the Way when it was unknown. Which, I don't know what that snippet is. I don't know what that's showing, but OG description. Okay, so this is called Partial Captive. It came out in 97. Here's the source.
I love how much I can bundle.
Unknown music video clip, please help. This was uploaded 18 years ago. This clip was taped back in 96, 97 in the early hours in the Morning Rage. Can anyone tell me the name of the song and band?
And save on insurance and Liberty Bibbity.
And I love that
Liberty
you love how much
Bibbity.
you can bundle and save.
I love it. You love it.
Has that metal hard rock vibes. Yeah, especially from the late 90s, early 2000s. The fuck is the audio? Am I gonna be able to show this when we see the HQ, because I have the HQ music video pulled up from before this. Am I gonna be able to show this? This looks interesting. It's like a girl in a bikini running around for her life. Sounds kind of catchy. Alright, so I guess from what I saw from the comment there, it was actually I guess that's the Sin Dog Jelly Roll. That's the cassette it came from. I guess it was provided by the director, the full-length music video, because they didn't have it at first once it got solved, but then the director said he would provide the full-length video, which I have right here on Sugamote's YouTube channel. Shout out to you for providing this. This is the official music video in HQ. This is a 3-minute and 18-second long music video and song. The music video looked like something an industrial metal band would make. Yeah, it did have that like industrial, had like that new metal and industrial vibes, which I guess were still pretty popular in the late 90s, which is when this was made. Something I also loved about like late 90s, early 2000s, like television, you just had like local show stations or just stations that would play really obscure music videos or songs just from bands all around the world. These guys were from Australia. You guys said? Can't believe Jelly Roll made a Lost Wave. Yeah, right? Before he got plumped up like a real jelly bean, but then lost a lot of weight. Like a Sour Patch Kid. Oh, no, it's Sour Sweet gone for them. Anyways, I digress. Partial Captive by Sin Dog Jelly Roll. HQ. Interesting. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? What a... Wow, okay, what a start to a video. I guess, alright, there's no going back here now. Hey, listen, this is art. This is media that was around in the 90s. Don't hate me, YouTube. It's up on your platform. So don't mind me if we're watching fucking barely almost naked dudes running around held captive. Late 90s CGI here. Yeah, right? Sounds like, looks like something out of like a, I don't know, like a Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh episode from back in the day. Or just from like those 90s videos like this. Oh, you're gonna sneeze again. Oh, of course, they're only partial captives, so they have some freedom, it's fine. Oh, my nose has killed me. What the fuck are they doing? Oh my god! What the fuck? Okay, well... Oh my... I'm actually wondering, can I actually be showing this? Oh my god, that was... You couldn't make that out. Name one thing in this video. Exactly. You fucking... Damn. Never expected the music video to be very explicit. Yeah, that bird thing. Yeah, fucking... That just looks like something out of a Japanese movie, too. Just how up close and explicit that was. God damn. I think I might need to get a napkin. I will be right back. Y'all enjoy this beautiful view of the cyberpunk city. Give me one sec. I can't go that high. Tamed. Oh, I am back. I'm only partially held captive, so that's why I can get up and go get a napkin midstream. I'm not completely glued to the seat. Excuse me. Master's gonna go throw up. Yeah, exactly. This thing aired on local TV, Australia Shaped Cake. So it's the guy who originally recorded this Australian too. Because, yeah, this was an Australian band. That's what that's what I love about, like, because you don't really get that anymore. At least, I don't know, unless you have public cable. If there's, like, local obscure shows that are happening. Probably, but genuinely terrifying. Yeah, the high-quality version literally answered no questions. It's just we couldn't make out exactly what you were seeing in the 14.5 pixel version. But we still have our questions unanswered, even with the high-quality version. But anyways. Huh. Hair follicles. Okay. Okay. What the fuck is happening right now? we went from like straight up, I don't know, Japanese tentacle porn or whatever the hell we were watching, to now a CGI animation of like World War III happening on someone's like scalp. What are these things? These are parasites fighting off the hair monsters. Like, look, we're on someone's hair right now. We got these ghouls coming in. But that, okay, these are the goblins that fight for the hair. These are the hair, what's that called? These are the hair Loraxes. This motherfucker's gonna end up in my nightmares. Yeah, this is one hell of a video. Alright, I don't know what budget they had for that music video, but they spent it all on CGI and paint. Wow. Very, very interesting music video. Good song. Good song. I gotta say, I was digging that. I'll probably come back and listen to this, because everything about this band seems very interesting. They had a whole music video that was obscure for 18 years. Their name, Sin Dog Jelly Roll. What a name. Anytime there's a band that has a really unique name, I have to check them out. This could have been a music video for a Prodigy song. The Prodigy is an electronic dance group. This kind of reminds me of, I forget if it was a Lost Wave song at one point, but it's called Creepin' by the Cynics. I can't show that video here because it literally shows straight up, like straight up tits in that video, but it's on YouTube. It's just straight up on YouTube. For whatever reason. It's just there. Chilling. They had $100 in a dream. Yeah, 4 guys or 5 with $100 and a crazy idea. 99 of those dollars went into the CGI, and then the $1 went into the paint they found at Walmart. If it was cheap back in those days like that, I don't know. Anyways. Sin Dog Jelly Roll, Partial Captive. 2 very good Lost Wave bangers. I was not expecting that today. I was not expecting there to be actual bangers for Lost Wave. I just wasn't keeping up with it, like I had said. But, yeah, that one had been obscure or unidentified for 18 years. And then that other one, the Unknown Song, that was uploaded in 2013. So that was, what, about 13 years unidentified. Very good work, Lost Wave community. Very good, very good. Y'all killed it. Well, one of them was an OG solve, or OP solve as well. And Full Life Man. I don't know if that's his YouTube name or Discord name, but that's what I think of that. We got a John Doe case I wanted to cover. Now, this is one that, like I had mentioned, has been around since the 70s. This has been around since 73, February of 73. After we cover this John Doe, depending on how much time we have, I may we may cover some stuff regarding the Epstein files, just because there was that whole Save the Children march that happened on April 11th, which was yesterday, and I kind of wanted to go to one, but there was none happening in Rhode Island, so I didn't go. But there was some stuff happening for that day, so I figured, fuck it, maybe I could stream talking about the Epstein files in favor of that. But depending on if I have the time, because I have a hard stop at 9:30, we shall see. But anyways, I wanted to cover this John Doe and talk about him. Because like I said, this is one that I've known about for a while. It's one that's been a mystery for a while. And, maybe just covering it would help solve this case. Or just bringing it one step closer to solving that case. I have seen that genealogy and stuff, or DNA genealogy, I think that's what it's called, has been solving a lot of Jane and John Doe cases. Like, that's how Becco was solved. So I don't know if they've done it for this gentleman yet, but it'd be nice. Although, I don't think they can, because I'm pretty sure he was cremated. Shit, I think that's right, because, since they didn't have DNA back in those days, if someone didn't get identified for a certain amount of time, especially in California, they would just straight up cremate the body, literally gone, reduced to ashes, and then now there's no chance of them getting the DNA, so. Did you heart about the update to the Jonah Lopez case? They found another missing person on the same channel. I have not seen that. Ooh, another thing we could potentially talk about on here. I also just realized my chat is not moving down. Whoops. Why? Whoops. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry, give me a sec. Let me get that fixed real quick. Why didn't y'all say something? Because I have it pulled up on, like, a separate pop-up window for myself, just so I can see it. I didn't realize that's what was happening. Whoops, no, that's my bad. What's up, Max? I just got done watching MASH. Yo, what's up, Jesse Pinkman? Welcome to the stream. Is this where I gotta go? No. I'm like... Well, let me copy this link. Why isn't it going down? What? Yeah, the chat's literally just not moving. Why? It just got stuck like that. What the fuck? Okay, can I do it? No, can I do it from here? Hold on. I'm gonna have to delete this real quick and do it again, I think. Ugh. No, that's not what I meant to click. Alright, hold on. Enjoy the background music again, guys. I have to create another layer. That's not what I want. I need this link. There we go. Okay, I just have to fix that now. Whoops. Aw, shit. It's gonna be like that now. That's actually buck wild. What? I have to adjust this. Okay, is it? I think it's that, yeah, hold 19. Oh, whoops. I had it the wrong way. That's way too big. There we go. Had the whole fucking screen taken up. What happened? Now, why is it upside down? That, okay, there we go. That fixed it. Look at y'all, it's so puny. Okay, damn, that's too puny. Shit. Okay. Oh, fuck. Hold on, we're having some fun here, y'all. Don't worry. This is gonna get solved. First, I am not a streamer. Alright, here we go. Maybe this is what I needed. 7, 20, 12, 8 minutes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alright. Sorry about that, y'all. That is much better. We can have that right there. And then what does this look like? Oh. It's a little bit smaller. Alright. That would still probably be a little bit small, but y'all get the point. Now I gotta adjust on this one as well, because this one's still frozen. Just this. This one's mainly for you guys to see, you know, in VOD or stuff. In the VOD, so. Alright. It should be going down. I didn't touch it, so now it should be good. Paul OGs for that. The chat just covered the entire stream. Yeah. That was insane. I can't believe that fucking happened. Oh, God. Click the big blue arrow, maybe. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, anyways, what's up, Jesse Pinkman? Wanted to say shout out to you. Hope you enjoyed MASH. Blue arrow, Max. Yeah, okay, chat. It wouldn't let me click that because it's literally only a source on OBS. It wouldn't let me click that. I was trying to... I clicked that on YouTube, which is where I got the stream link from for my chat, or the chat link from, and it still wasn't coming down on the stream. It literally wouldn't let me click that on... because it's a source. This is only something I can view. I don't have it as something that's like a clickable object or clickable source on my, viewing page. So anyways, YouTube live chat solved on 4/12/2026 by Maximillionaire. Yes. It took like 2.5 years in total, but we got there eventually. You really need to get that old chat layout you had, Maximillionaire. Which one? Was that... Oh, you mean the one before I stopped streaming? Yeah, the one where like it was dark and like it wasn't the white one like this. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. Before I could just plug the link in and it would just show up like how it did previously. Now I have no idea what the fuck happened. It just shows up like this. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Admittedly, I just haven't taken the time to try to figure it out. So I apologize for that. It will happen again though. Alright, anyways, getting back to what I wanted to talk about. Took about 20 minutes. I wanted to talk about the John Doe case, the Wilmington John Doe from 1973, who apparently may have potentially been a victim of the serial killer Randy Stephen Kraft, or Croft, if you're from the South, or from other parts. Now, I will also make mention for this case that if you do look it up on your own, you are going to see post-mortem photos of this dude. So I'm not going to show them here, obviously, because, in case anyone is squeamish and whatnot. And obviously it just goes against YouTube's rules and whatnot. Obviously I can't show that on here. But just be warned, if you do look up the Wilmington John Doe case from 1973, you will see a post-mortem photo of this dude, because he was found a few hours after he had been killed. So, anyways, got that out of the way. Let's talk about this gentleman. Wilmington John Doe from February of 1973. So, he was a young man found strangled to death in Wilmington, California in 1973, and this is one of the main reasons why they believed he was a potential victim of Randy Stephen Croft, because that was kind of one of the ways he would kill his victims and whatnots, which was through strangulation, and he would also put stuff up their rectum. Why does it always come back to North Carolina? This is actually California. Wilmington, California. I know Wilmington, North Carolina is the more well-known Wilmington, but this is actually Wilmington, California. Funny enough. Anyways, so the victim was discovered on it was recovered by Long Beach police officers at around 11:30 a.m. on February 6th, 1973, after a trucker had phoned authorities after he had spotted the body. He was found naked in a ditch off the Terminal Island Freeway in Wilmington, California. The area was described as a brush-covered and muddy oil field. Before an autopsy confirmed foul play was involved, it was initially suspected that the cause of death was an overdose. This was soon disproved, and there have been no additional statements by investigators that he was a recreational drug user. Not entirely sure why they have to include that there. I'm not sure if they found like actual hard evidence that he had some sort of hard drugs in his system, or if they thought just by like how he died or whatnot, they thought he had died of an overdose, but then found out afterwards that he didn't, but then they just never made an official statement about it because they didn't want to admit that they were wrong. Dream on, California Nation. Yes. I think I found the post-mortem photo you were talking about. He looks vaguely familiar. Okay, you know what who he kind of looks like? Not that he looks exactly like him, but he has the similar look. I forget the guy's name. He reminds me of the guy from Grand Funk Railroad. Hold on. Not that he looks like him, he just kind of has a similar... This dude right here. He reminds me of this dude. Not that he looks like him, it's just the face he has. It's just similar. I mean, I don't know if anyone else notices it, but if you look at people from the 70s, or if you look at people from different decades, it could be the hairstyle, it could just be maybe like how they, I don't know, had their facial hair, or just how their skin just was because of circumstances about their era. You can tell sometimes when someone's from the 70s. Like, you look at his face, he looks like someone from the 70s. I don't know how to describe it. Like, if I looked at someone who looked like him nowadays, I'd be like, he looks like someone that'd be on, like, I don't know, like MASH or like the Addams Family or something. But so I get what you're saying about, like, the vaguely familiarness. And that's kind of the whole point of these reconstructions that they do of them. This month has been great for Lost Wave solves. Jane and John Doe solves have been pretty good in these last month as well. You know, Beck obviously was a big one. There's been a few other big ones. There was one from like the 70s I got solved. I forget the name of it. I believe it was a female woman. Female woman. Well, I believe it was a female. That I forget, but again, since late 2024 for Lost Wave, it's just been just skyrocketing when it comes to solves. Really now, the big Lost Waves that we have, now that that 80s Unknown song, excuse me, had gotten solved, is CIA, Fall of the King, and fuck, I'm gonna put Paranoia in there just because I really like that song. Oh, Thought So at the Time. That's pretty big right now when it comes to Lost Wave. Oh, that My Little Pony one. That like I played at a My Little Pony show. That's still unknown, I think. I saw the guy in the middle of that Grand Funk Railroad picture like yesterday or something. I thought it was Ozzy. Oh, this... yeah, you know what? He did... Dude, he does look like Ozzy. Ozzy had that, like, exact same hair. Same color, same flow, everything in 1970, 71. Which is the exact same time these guys were around. But, anyways. He has a very 70s look. I don't know how to describe it. Anyways. This was soon disproved, and there have been no additional statements by investigators that he was a recreational drug user. Results from toxicology testing, if performed, are unavailable. A piano wire was deemed a potential source for the injuries on the neck. A brown sock had been forced into his rectum. This is what they believed. This is the reasons why they believed he may be a victim of Randy Stephen Croft, because that was kind of one of the ways he would kill a lot of his male victims, which I think he only killed mostly male victims, and it was only in the California area from, I think, 72 to 83? 71 to 83. No additional clothing was recovered. Randy Stephen Croft, a serial killer active in the area at the time, often sodomized his victims with socks. Two other men with similar victim preferences were committing serial murders simultaneously along major California roadways. Gotta go, guys. Good seeing you again, Mike Worse. Hope you have the best time here. Hope you have a good night, and hope to see you again next time I stream. Thanks for coming by. This victim was possibly the Wilmington entry on Kraft's scorecard. That's another thing too. I guess Randy Croft had a scorecard where he kept, I guess, either tallies or notes of his victims that he killed, and Wilmington was one of the notes he had. So this may have been another huge piece of evidence saying that this guy may have been a victim of Randy Stephen Croft. Which he recorded murders he committed. Another male with similar characteristics was found in April of 1973 in the same city. He is commonly listed as a confirmed Croft victim. Croft was never formally charged with the descendant's murder, and he has not confessed to the crime or given any information that may lead to the descendant's identification, as he falsely maintains his innocence. Other suspected and potential victims of Croft include the Wilmington John Doe, like just mentioned, Larry Parks, Jeffrey Sire, excuse me, Paul Fuchs or Fuchs, Keith Jackson, Kevin Bailey, and Oral Stewart Jr. Now, obviously, out of all those guys listed, only the Wilmington John Doe from April is still only unidentified. Now, we got to keep in mind that there are two Wilmington John Does, both from California. There's one from February of 1973, and then there's this one from April of 1973. Two completely different guys. We can go over their characteristics right now. So, he's about age range 17 to 25 years old. Obviously, as you can tell, he's a white male. Between 5'5" to 5'9", weighed between 135 to 160 pounds. Sometimes I guess it's, hard to tell what the actual weight was because of rigor mortis, and now like the body literally, for lack of a better term, goes dead weight. Speaking of Ozzy, what's your favorite Sabbath song if you have one? Mine's Looking for Today. Looking for Today. Is that off Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath? I forget. Oh shit. If I had to choose my albums I have pretty much... What'd you say your favorite one was? Looking for Today? Yeah, Looking for Today. That's off Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Yeah, I have that on CD. Funny enough, I'm not crazy about this album. I know a lot of big Sabbath fans claim this is one of their best albums. Some say it's their best album, but I like it. I think it's okay. I don't think it's great compared to the other albums that came before it, like this and this. But to answer your question, my favorite song for them has to be off this album, Into the Void, which is the last track on here. Probably the heaviest, if not Under the Sun, off of Volume 4 is probably their heaviest song. I still think Into the Void is just, even by today's standards, I still think it's just heavy as hell. Like, there are a few bands that were as heavy as Sabbath back in those days. Woo! I mean, Sir Lord Baltimore, Budgie, maybe Mountain, but I haven't heard many Sabbath or Osborne songs. Check out Into the Void, or excuse me, Master of Reality and Volume 4. Those are probably, in my opinion, my favorite two, if I had to choose. Anyways, getting back to the John Doe here. Post-mortem interval was about 1 to 2 days, so I guess, excuse me with what I was saying, just a few hours, anywhere from 1 to 2 days, and even then sometimes it's hard to tell with rigor mortis and with how long the body's been there. Cause of death was ligature strangulation with the piano wire, and then they had also found a brown sock in this guy's rectum. So, he also had brown hair, brown eyes, several long, thin, old scars on his lower right leg, and he had type A blood. Now, I'm not going to actually click on these photos, like click onto it, because I think if it does, it'll actually show you these photos in preview, which these right here are the post-mortem photos, so I could open this in a new tab. Oh, let me see, does that show it? Okay, it doesn't here. Okay, good. So we can show this here. So I can open up these. I can show these newspaper articles that they have for Home Dude. Let me just get back to that. I have an expanded edition CD set thing of their first album, a Paranoid CD, a Master CD, and a Sabbath Bloody Sabbath CD. I really want to get a Never Say Die CD. Do I have that one? Oh no, I have Sabotage. Yeah, I don't have Never Say Die. That one's a pretty good one too, from what I heard. I know that a lot of people don't like Technical Ecstasy, or at least a lot of the hardcore Sabbath fans don't like Technical Ecstasy. I haven't heard that one yet, but I've only listened to their first 5 to 6 albums. Yeah, no, their first 5 albums. Yeah, Master of Reality is really good if you wanted to get into Sabbath. Okay, yeah, perfect. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, I just have to not put my mouse over it, too. Alright, so here's some newspaper clippings from the 1970s in regards to when this gentleman was found. Police asked public help to identify slain youth. The body of a young man who was garroted, and dumped nude on the bank of the Terminal Island Freeway last week still has not been identified, Harbor Division Police said Monday. Independent Press Telegram artist Bill Purcell composed the sketch of the young man from photographs provided by police who asked for help in identifying the victim. Police said the youth was about 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed 138 pounds, had brown hair and brown eyes, and numerous thin old scars on his lower right leg. Excuse me. He was about 17 years old, police believe, so a young man, believed not even to be an adult yet. The body was found last Tuesday morning at about 200 feet south of Pacific Coast Highway on a brushy bank of the freeway. Police said the victim had been garroted with a length of steel wire and probably had been dumped Monday night. Police asked that anyone having information about the youth, identified now as John Doe number 16, contact Harbor Division homicide detectives. I always find it crazy. I don't know if anyone else is like this. Chat, let me know if you are. But I always find it crazy when, like, you look at old newspaper clippings or just old articles about, like a John Doe, Jane Doe case. And it says that, oh, this body was found last Tuesday or last Monday or like a week ago or the other month. And they still have not been identified. Does anyone have any information? A lot of times, you know, the ones that really, really stay unidentified for years or even decades, those a lot of times really have to fall between the cracks. So when you see an article reading that, like, oh, this body was found last week or this person's been unidentified for a month now, it's crazy because it's like, little do they know that this person would be unidentified for 40, 50 years. Like, this is going on, what, 53 years now? He's been unidentified for, this guy? 73? Yeah, 53 years. And still, like, no evidence or no chance of anything right now of him being solved. There's no, like, I don't think any potential leads right now for him. or anything like that. So it's always crazy that you see, like, oh, this body was found last Monday. It was still such, a new case. And it's, again, just crazy to see that. Little did they know it would be decades upon decades before this body would get solved. So, that's just, I always find that crazy. Here's another posting for death termed homicide. An unidentified man whose nude body was found Tuesday on a banked Terminal Island Freeway in Wilmington apparently was strangled to death. Harbor Division Police said Wednesday listed John Doe number 16 as the victim of a homicide when a preliminary report from the coroner's office indicated the death was caused by strangulation. It is the 7th homicide report in the Harbor area in 3 weeks. The victim was found only 10 hours before a 58-year-old San Pedro man was shot to death with a 16-gauge shotgun while standing in his front yard. Crazy shit. The nude body was discovered by a truck driver who had been driving in an oil field adjacent to the freeway around 10:30 a.m. Or, 10:300 a.m. Police say the victim had been strangled to death and then dumped in the ditch to the rear of 3031 East I Street by his assailants. The victim is described as about 20 to 25 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall, and weighed about 140 pounds. So this one has him listed between 20 to 25 years old. So that's why age range is anywhere from like 17 to 25 years old. So obviously a young man. Here's a reconstruction right here. This was the original reconstruction provided by, I'm assuming, Bill Purcell. I think he also provided that one as well. The Los Angeles Police Department is asking the public to help identify a young man whose nude body was found on February 6th on a bank of the Terminal Island Freeway in Wilmington. So this is now they're asking the Los Angeles Police. I'm assuming this is actually when some time has passed since these articles were released, and since they had no luck in the Wilmington area, they had to go to Los Angeles, which I don't know how long or how far Wilmington, California is from. Here we go. So that's Wilmington, California. Oh, okay, so it's like near the Los Angeles area. Because here's Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck am I saying? Wilmington is a part of Los Angeles. Okay. Yeah, because Los Angeles, for whatever reason, just goes down the 110 freeway right here. And there's like this little strip right here, and then this. And then this is Torrance. Yeah, it gets splits up there. But anyways, yeah, Wilmington, I didn't realize it was a part of Los Angeles. But yeah, it is. So I guess this is when they were asking the Los Angeles area, rather than just the straight Wilmington area, for identification of this gentleman. So, a retouched photograph of the 17 or 18-year-old youth has been released. He was garroted with a piece of steel wire. Detective James Pittman of the Harbor Division Homicide Detail says the victim was about 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed 138 pounds, and numerous old scars on his lower right leg. The slain youth had thick, wavy brown hair and brown eyes, Pittman says. He says exhaustive checks of fingerprints and dental records have been fruitless. A truck driver found the body on a muddy, brush-covered bank on the freeway about 200 feet of the Pacific Coast Highway. A coroner's investigation says the victim apparently had been dead 6 or 7 hours when the body was discovered. Don't say it. Homicide investigators asked that anyone having information about him contact the Harbor Division. Okay, so I was right about the few hour mark range. It wasn't 1 to 2 days. That's what they initially had thought. I don't know what I'm doing that for. Apologies. Man's body found near PCH. That's the... Was it Pacific Coast Harbor? Pacific Coast Highway, excuse me. In the middle of the sea. Yeah, exactly. This is the other article poster they had of him. The nude body of an unidentified young man was discovered by a truck driver Tuesday on a muddy, brush-covered bank of the Terminal Island Freeway, 200 feet of the Pacific Coast Highway. This is kind of just repeating. Harbor Division detectives who were called to the scene after driver William Conant radioed his dispatcher at Chancellor and Ogden Inc. of Wilmington, said they had no clues as to the identity of the man or the circumstances of his death. Coroner's investigators Dick Bosca described the dead man as approximately 19 years old, 5 feet 7 inches, about 140 pounds, with reddish brown hair now, and brown eyes. Bosca speculated that the man may have died from a drug overdose and had been dumped in the ditch by companions. Vasquez said the cause of death will not be determined officially until an autopsy is performed. He said the man apparently had been dead 6 or 7 hours when the body was discovered. So this must have been like right as soon as it happened, because I don't know how long they waited back in those days to perform the autopsy on a body, but I mean, this is also Los Angeles, so they could have been busy. They probably had a lot of bodies, like we saw in this article. 58-year-old man was shot to death in front of his front yard, so at least in these areas, San Pedro, California, Wilmington, seemed like they had a lot of crime going on back in those days, at least with serial killers and just random killings. Not sure what it's like nowadays, but this must have been like recently, like right after it had happened, maybe like a day or two after it had happened. Maybe like one of the first articles talking about him, the Wilmington John Doe. But all right, those are the articles about him. Now let's also talk about some potential. Well, let's talk about the exclusions. I'm not going to go on there because that shows the postmortem photo. So these gentlemen here: John Corbett, Glenn Walls, Bob Newborg, Alan Bork, Melvin Murphy, Rolf Miller, and John Smith Jr. All these guys have been excluded. This guy, he's been missing for 53 years, so it's not him. I guess he hasn't been found yet. Let's actually check to see if any of these people have been found. Glenn Walls, living photo, age progressed. Oh, yeah. He's been missing for 53 years, so yeah. It's been a while for him. Nothing on him. Bob Newborg, he's been missing since 1969. No update on him. Alan? 1970. Still missing. It's crazy how many people just go missing and then they just never get found. At least for like decades. Exclusions, Washington County John Doe. Oh. Still unidentified. Ah, shit. Okay. Rolf Miller, also 1970. Endangered, missing. Damn, none of these guys have been found yet. Shit. Oh! Well, let me make sure that one's good. Make sure it doesn't show anything. Okay, yeah, this one's... Yeah, it's good, okay. Damn. Okay, so nothing. So, those guys have been excluded from being this guy, so... Now, it comes to question. Now, you always gotta wonder, like, especially with a case like this, where they've been unidentified for over 50 years, multiple decades now, you gotta wonder, where did this person come from? Where could they have come from? Now, I've seen cases before where a person goes unidentified for, like, 30, 40 years, and then when they get identified, come to find out that they were actually from their home state, or the state that they were found in. Like, there was one chick, I think she was found in 1980. She got identified a few years ago. She was actually found to be in the military, and I think she was from Alabama. And I think she was found in Alabama. Like, she was actually found from her home state. That guy, Nicky Hobbs, he was found somewhere in Pennsylvania. Come to find out, he was from Pennsylvania. He was unidentified since, I think, 77. So, especially for those bigger states, like California, Alabama, Pennsylvania, there is a good chance this guy may be from California. Hell, with how many people there are, they may be from the LA area. Who the hell knows? It just depends on, other circumstances. What his living situation like with his family at the time. Which, good chance they're not around anymore, just because of age. And if he was from the LA area, and his family was from there, and they just, had completely disregarded him, and they just, or were estranged from him, God, who the hell knows if they ever saw this reconstruction of him, or if they ever saw this. So, it could be a number of circumstances, but he could also be from out of state. He could have been someone who maybe was young, trying to start his life, because, it's speculated he's 17, 18, years old, maybe in his early 20s. He could have been a young youth running away from home. Maybe he, again, came from a troubled life, came from out of state, maybe he came here from train, plane, had little money on him. I forget where it was shown, but it wasn't shown anywhere on the unidentified wiki, but I also saw a source somewhere say that he was trying to sell his body and they believed he was a gay prostitute or something like that. That was actually what I had seen. I don't know where I saw that. I couldn't find it, but I don't know if it's true or not. But again, that could have been more evidence that he was, just trying to get by, just trying to survive, and he was selling his body for money. Yeah, true. LA does have too many people. It's got like what? Like 5 million people now? And even back in the 70s, it had like, what, 2 or 3 million? Something like that. But this is the Wilmington John Doe. This is the one from February. And then this is the one from April. So same thing, between 17 and 25 years old. This one has a little bit more of a broad age range, or height range. It's from 5'2" to 5'10". Then he's anywhere from 130 to 160 pounds. Postmortem interval was recent. So in case you wonder what a postmortem interval is, that's how long it took from when the person died till how long it took for police to find the body, or for someone to discover the body, for the body to be discovered. So that's what postmortem interval means, like the interval of how long it took from when the person died till the body was discovered. I don't know why it just says recent, because the other John Doe show that it was 1 to 2 days or 6 to 7 hours, but this one just says recent. But he was found also in Wilmington, California. He was also believed to have been a victim of Randy Stephen Croft. So this one was a lot more gruesome. Okay, I forgot about this one. This victim's dismembered remains were discovered in various places. His torso was discovered at Alameda Street and Henry Ford Avenue in Wilmington. His right leg was found on the Terminal Island Freeway at Anaheim in Wilmington. His arms were found in the Terminal Island Freeway in Long Beach. His head was found in a paper bag behind an Alpha Beta supermarket at 7th Street and Redondo Avenue in Long Beach. His left leg was found behind Broomhilda's. All body parts, except for the hands, were recovered. That's also probably another reason why it's so hard now, because they don't have fingerprints, too, for this guy. Chat, I'm playing the Lightning Road. Y'all think I'll beat it soon? This shit light work, by the way. Hi, Ed King. What's going on, Mr. Egg? I forget what Lightning Road is. I forget if you've mentioned that before, but what is Lightning Road? The cause of death was strangulation. I already read that. The male is believed to be a victim of Randy Stephen Croft, known as the Scorecard Killer, who was responsible for up to 16 murders of young boys and men in mostly California. He was convicted of 16 counts, or 16 lives, but he said he could have murdered anywhere for up to 67. Croft was never convicted for this murder, but the law enforcement is certain Croft is responsible because of the subtle reference of the victim in Croft's scorecard, and the fact that the leg was found behind the bar where Croft worked. The victim is referred to as Hoth Off Head. Hoth Off Head on the scorecard Croft had of victims. Okay, so this guy here was the one that was just Wilmington, and then this guy here, because he was also found in Wilmington as long in other spots, Hoth Off Head, excuse me. You gonna do reactions today? If so, I want to put a Witchfinder General song in the community post. Read my whole comment on it if you want to listen to it. I linked. Well, actually, I think I'm owed Teddy and Andy Kaufman reaction, which, if that's the case, depending on how long it is, that may be the only reaction we have tonight. So, Teddy, if you're around in chat, if you want to send me on Discord the Andy Kaufman reaction, because I saw you mentioned you had one for me, so we could react to that. Only exclusion for this guy is Timothy McKernan, which I could see the similarities. Like, let me see. The nose is very similar. Nose and oops. I guess it was excluded, but his eyebrows are a little thinner than how this how his eyebrows are portrayed. You don't know who Andy Kaufman is? Oh, man, Teddy, if you're around, we gotta show Daphne who Andy Kaufman is. You're in for a treat. Some good 80s comedy, if you will. But yeah, alright. Anyways, who is Randy Kraft? I almost said Randy Kaufman, because there's Andy Kaufman and then there's Randy Kraft. I almost said Randy Kaufman. Andy Kraft, Randy Kaufman. Anyways, so in case y'all don't know who he is an American serial killer, also known as the Scorecard Killer, the Southern California Killer, and the Freeway Killer. So this is why I guess the other Wilmington John Doe was potentially a victim of his, because not only did he strangle people to death, or young men and guys to death, but he'd also tortured and murdered them, and then apparently he also may have dismembered them. A minimum of 16 young men between 1972 and 1983, the majority of whom he killed in California. Kraft is also believed to have committed rape, and murder of up to 51 other young men and boys. He was convicted in May 1989 and is currently incarcerated on death row at the California Institution for Men in San Bernardino. See, this is what is fucking crazy about being put on death row. He's been on death row since 1989, and he still hasn't been killed. Hello, he's 81 years old. It's kind of pointless now. Bro, if you're found with something heinous like this, or anything involving a child, like if you traffic a child, or hurt a child, murder a child, rape a child, it should be a week, if that, tops, for when you should be executed. Hot take, if even. I don't even know if that's a hot take. I think that's a pretty sane take in today's day and age, that if you do something heinous like that, and you get put on death row, you shouldn't be on there for 40 years. You should be killed the week after. Have them a week to say goodbye to their family, maybe give them their final meal. Personally, if I was in office, if I was president, I wouldn't even do that. I'd be like, final meal, yeah, eat rocks. Because I would just put them in the hole until they were time to die. And then, if you want to save even more money, use a guillotine. Do it French Revolution style. 81 years old, and yet this guy got away with it. Exactly. Like, he hasn't been killed yet. He's lived a long life. He was even, like, I don't know. I don't know what his life was like in prison, if he got, like, tortured to death, or if he lived a pretty normal life in prison where he just did his thing. That's the sad thing, because he kind of got away with it, in my opinion. If he just was put in prison when, you know, in my opinion, something like this, he should have been killed for. Someone like John Wayne Gacy was killed, as they should have. Yeah, I'm beating this shit soon. I have 2 attempted practice runs. The only Andy Kaufman thing I saw was the heckler thing we watched like 2 Decembers ago. Yes, you were there for that. That was good. He does that sometimes. I guess, Jesse, if you want to send me your reaction song now, just in case, because I don't know where Teddy went. Watch, when I say, oh, I'm going to do reactions, that's like the activation word for him. And then he'll come into the stream, because I swear to God, he won't be in here for the entire stream. Won't say anything. And of course, maybe he's just lurking, he just has it in the background. As soon as I say reaction, he goes, oh, reaction time? Oh, is it time for reactions? Oh, you gonna watch my Andy Kaufman video? Oh, I made a video for you, Max, you gonna watch it? Oh, I still haven't made that mushroom video yet, but you're gonna watch it once I'm done? Oh, that's Teddy. I don't know if he's here right now listening to me rant about him, but I digress. Anyways, I don't give a fuck about this guy's childhood, or his adolescence, or his Air Force, the murders, excuse me. All of his suspected victims were males between the ages of 14 and 30 years old, the majority of whom were in their late teens to mid-20s. Croft was charged with and convicted of 16 of these homicides, all of which had occurred between 72 and 83. Many of his victims were members of the United States Marine Corps. I did not know this. And most of their bodies were found to have high levels of alcohol and tranquilizers, indicating that they had been unconscious when they were abused and killed. So that may have been where the confusion was for our Wilmington John Doe here. They may have thought he died of an overdose, but it could have been just a bunch of tranquilizers or drugs that Randy Croft was using to make them go unconscious or whatnot. I think I linked it already. It's the last comment on the post right now. Alright, bet. I'll go check that out once we're done covering this here. Okay, yeah, so I didn't know that. Apparently most of his victims were Marine Corps members as well. I didn't know that. No, I mean, again, he was in the service. He was in the... Oh, he was in the Air Force. He wasn't even in the Marines. Where was... Croft's victims, or Croft's victims, were typically lured into his vehicle with an offer of a lift or alcohol. The victims would be plied with alcohol and or other drugs. They were then bound, tortured, and sexually abused before they were killed, usually by either strangulation, asphyxiation, or bludgeoning. God, this guy was fucking ruthless. However, some victims had also ingested lethal doses of pharmaceuticals. At least one victim was stabbed to death. The victims would then be discarded, usually though not exclusively, alongside or close to various freeways in Southern California. Photographic evidence found at Croft's home indicates several of his victims were driven to his house before their murder. Many of the victims were burned with a car cigarette lighter, usually around the genitals, chest, and face, and several were found with extensive blunt force trauma to the face and head. Okay, so I think another one of the reasons why there was so much just viciousness happening. Obviously, this guy was a complete sicko, but I think he was also trying to delude police as to his ways just by breaking it up a little. Like, he wasn't just someone who strangled people to death. He stabbed them, he dismembered them, he tortured them, he strangled them, he made them overdose. So, by the way, I forgot I linked 2 songs. The first one's 3 minutes. Alright, we'll see how much time we have left once we're done covering this, because again, I have a hard stop. Hard as bone stop at 9:30. Anyways, excuse me. I already said that. Blunt force trauma to the face and head. In several instances, foreign objects were found inserted into the victims' rectums, while other victims had suffered emasculation or mutilation and dismemberment. Yeah, so that's where the whole speculation that Wilmington John Doe was a victim of Randy Croft as well, because he had a sock found in his rectum, as well as strangled to death. The majority of Croft's murders were committed in California, although some victims have been killed in Oregon, with 2 further known victims murdered in Michigan in December of 1982. Interesting. Oh! Here's the Wilmington John Doe mentioned right here. Let's see what they say about him. So, 15 months after the... Oh, I guess his first person he killed was a 30-year-old Long Beach resident named Wayne Joseph Duquette, discarded close to Ortega Highway. He was a bartender at a gay bar named The Stable in nearby Sunset Beach, had last seen alive on September 20th. So 15 months after his death, Croft killed a 20-year-old Marine named Edward Daniel Moore. Moore was last seen leaving the barracks at Camp Pendleton on December 24th, 1972. His body was found beside the 405 freeway in Seal Beach during the early hours of December 26th. Abrasions on Moore's body indicated that he had been pushed from a moving vehicle. An autopsy revealed that he had been bound at the wrists and ankles, then beaten with a blunt instrument about the face before being garroted. His body also exhibited numerous bite marks, and a sock had been forced into his rectum. 6 weeks after the murder of Moore, on February 6, 1973, the body of an unidentified male, estimated to be between 17 and 25 years old, was found alongside the Terminal Island Freeway in Wilmington. This victim had been strangled with a ligature, also a sock inserted into his rectum. 2 months later, on April 14th, the body of 17-year-old Kevin Blark Bailey was found beside a road in Huntington Beach. Bailey had been emasculated and sodomized prior to his murder. By July 28th, a further 2 victims had been murdered. Another unidentified victim whose dismembered body was found in Wilmington on April 22nd. That's the Appleton John Doe. Appleton 1973 Wilmington John Doe. And a 20-year-old named Ronnie Jean Weeb, whose strangled body was discarded beside an on-ramp of the 405 freeway on July 30th, 2 days after he had disappeared. So, again, Randy Croft, he was someone who always feigned his innocence, said that he was innocent, so he denies all these killings that happened, and so he doesn't have any information for this Wilmington John Doe, as well as the other Wilmington John Doe, in regards to their identification. And it's been 53 years since either one of them has been identified. It can absolutely happen one day. Absolutely. So he kills Marine members, for the most part. I don't know if they've done an investigation or a thorough investigation on every Marine Corps person or someone in the Marines that looked like this. He was in the Air Force too, so I don't know if they've looked in the Air Force as well for any guy who looked like this. But even still then, I feel like they would have been able to trace if this guy was in the Marines or in some sort of military division, just because, they have files for everything, and they have structures for everything, and they have, they have files and structures and procedures and everything for everything in the military. Even though, say what you want about the military and the government, it's not perfect, but, I know one thing for a fact: if someone went missing and they were in the military, they would eventually find out that, okay, it's this person that is this body. So, but I guess for the most part, he had killed Marine members. Yeah, he killed 18-year-old Marine Roger Edward Dickerson. Oh, wait a minute, there's another John Doe. Early forensic sketch of the second unidentified... Oh, this is the unidentified male in Wilmington. Okay, I thought it was another one from 1975, but... Yeah. Wilmington John Doe may have been potentially a victim of Randy Stephen Croft. Now, Again, he's awaiting death row in California. Still think it's complete bullshit that he's even alive. It should have been a week later, in 1989, that he should have been executed. But I digress. You know, in this country, in America sometimes, if it doesn't make sense, that's what makes sense for America. And, you know, I love my country and everything. Like, I'm not trying to be unpatriotic. It's not the people. Like, it's not the American people. It's the government. It's the fucking people who run this country that suck ass. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright. I don't know where Teddy is, so he has to send me the Andy Kaufman reaction. So if he's not here within 2 minutes by the time I have Jesse Pinkman's reaction pulled up, he's going to have to wait till next stream for me to react to it. And of course, remember, you have until next stream to try to guess what the unidentified song is that I played at the beginning of stream. Max's mysterious song. Very catchy. And I will give you a hint. I do have it on CD. Anyways, alright, I gotta find this song that Jesse Pinkman said he linked. You said it's in the... Which post did you say it was in? Wait, where is it? I linked it already. It's in the last comment on the post right now. Okay, I think he means this one. Nope, he doesn't mean this one. I'm still number one in the chat. Shout out to you, Daft Knot. Welcome to being number one. Population us. Us. I don't know why that's been my sim lately. Going us. That and fucking, what is it? It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. Because it's just that one dude who goes to the car dealership and he's just like, whoop, 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 whoop. I fucking love it. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. Oh god, bro. Again, we would all be thrown in a psych ward in 1950s. Oh, it's in this post he's talking about. Let's see. Nope. I'll try to hit this one. I don't think Paled by Choice ever hit it. Mr. Pinkman, where's your reaction you put again? Teddy stuff should always be last because his stuff is some absurd lengths. Facts. That's what I'm saying. If it's like absurd amount, I'm not reacting to it tonight. But, Jesse, where did you say you posted it? Was it in Discord? Or was it in one of my YouTube posts? Because I did not see it in the YouTube post. Unless it's in this one he's talking about. Oh, it's the one from 2 weeks ago he's talking about. Okay, it is this one. I see what you're talking about, Jesse. I got you. I think you might have reacted to this song sometime like a year or two ago, but can't find the stream if you did. Here it is. It's a banger. So, there's Nightbird by Mason. And then there's Witchfinder General. Here's the song Invisible Hate. Are these the ones you're talking about? It's in the post that says... Oh, okay, yeah, it is this one you're talking about. Okay, bet. Alright. Nightbird by Mason. I feel like I've heard of Nightbird before. Is that the one with the really cool steel cover? No, this has a completely blank cover. Furthest thing. What the... Is it Mudvayne? What the hell is that one with the, like, the really... It has, like, the red background, and then it's got, like, the black horse. Is it Mudvayne? Oh, my fucking god. Mudvayne's the... Burr, ding. What am I thinking? It's not Mudvayne. I think it's Blackvayne. Nope. I don't know. Y'all will let me know in chat. Y'all are smart like that. Anyways. This is... Nightbird. Unreleased in 1970s by a band called Mason. This is recommended to me from Mr. Jesse Pinkman. Shout out to you, bro. Hope Walter White's doing well. And he said, I may have reacted to this like a year or two ago. It looks familiar. I used to surf this guy's channel a lot 4 years ago, which is, the summer of 2021. I used to be on this guy's channel all the time. Him and JK. You know, before we found out about JK, I used to go on his channel all the time, and I used to go on Asu Wright's channel as well. So I may have seen this before. but it got identified as Nightbird by a band called Mason. Black Mane, the one we reacted to 2 weeks ago. That one, thank you. Yes. Hold on. I was close. Black Mane. Yeah, dude. Look, come on. Come on. I don't care how obscure or how like unknown, bro. That goes hard as hell. Look at that shit. That's some I gotta get that on. I don't know if it's on CD. Looks like it's only on vinyl. I gotta get this shit on vinyl, bro. Look at this. Nightbird sounds like a good name for a hit rock song. Absolutely, it does. You already had listened to this before, if I recall correctly. I may have. Fuck it, let's find out. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. I have listened to this before. Yeah, but I was around this time. It's like YouTube remembers what I was listening to at that time. I was also really big onto the whole Cole Torrey EP back in 21 when that was like, really popping off and happening. Think Twice is pretty good too. Is this No Gimmicks? Yeah, I think it is. Top 10 hardest record covers of the 20th century. You mean Black Mane? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, this is one that has that really weird audio, that like with the guitars. Listen. You hear that? Wait, did I listen to this recently? I feel like I listened to this way sooner. I was thinking initially I reacted to this maybe like 2 years ago. I'm starting to think I reacted to this like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Song's audio's a bit loud. Oh, sorry about that. I'll turn that down a little. Do you remember what stream you listened to this? That's what I'm wondering the same questions as you, my man. I have no idea. That should be better, right? Chat, let me know if that's too loud still. Yeah, that's right, Jesse Pinkman has to suffer. Oh god, my nose. It itches. Nightbird. Interesting audio quality. That has like a purring buzz to it. They didn't need to cook this hard. Facts. When was this supposed to be released in the 70s? Like, what year? Let's look this up. Mystery Dorset tape, huge lead. This was a year ago. This got sold. Okay, 1970. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, this sounded like 71, 72. Very early 70s. Chat, what do we think of the song? We had to rate it on our tier list. Wang, great, good, meh, absolute dog water turd shit. The song is better than how I remembered it was. Yeah, it's catchy. I do remember listening to this. Definitely, probably when this was first uploaded in 21. Because I loved the fact that it was just like an unknown cassette. I think there was also an unknown album cassette also. I think it was supposed to be like a New York band. I think it was uploaded on his channel as well. Yeah. Great, Wang. I would definitely put it in great. Definitely catchy as hell. Definitely great. Song is... I already read that. Yeah, but I feel like I've listened to the song like a few weeks ago or a month ago or something like that. Maybe when I first came back to streaming. Or maybe when I was doing reactions, I may have listened to this. I don't know. But anyways, we got time for one more. I'll do one more reaction. We'll do Witchfinder General. It's called Invisible Hate. When you listen to it on stream, don't show your screen. It's 6 minutes. It can be the last song you listen to considering how long it is. Alright, I guess I'm not showing my screen. Let's find out why. Ah, I see why. Those are, without a doubt, some tits. So, thank you for the warning, Jesse Pinkman. Jesse Pinkman, of course, rated the last song, Nightbird, as Wang tier, as one does when he recommends it. So thank you for the recommendation, by the way. Thank you for this recommendation, by the way, as well. Witchfinder General, Death Penalty. I've seen this album cover before, so I'm assuming that at one point I probably accidentally showed this on stream. But yeah, if you look up Witchfinder General, Death Penalty, you will see some breasts there. Along with 4 gentlemen, or 3 gentlemen, and I think the one in black is a woman, comforting her in her time of need as she's in some sort of cemetery. I don't know what's happening. But this is Invisible Hate by Witchfinder General. I'm gonna have to show something else instead. I'll have to show a photo of the band just so I'm not showing my face. Witchfinder General. Yeah, here's the band. Here's the band. Oh god, my nose is itchy. Here's the band. Oh my god. Excuse me, guys. Jesse secretly hates all Lost Wave. He's an infiltrator. He's actually Teddy on his spam account, or on his backup account. He's just here to destroy Lost Wave, as all as we know it. Alright, here's a kind of a shitty quality photo I have of them. But anyway, here's Invisible Hate by Witchfinder General. Don't get allergies, guys. Fill my mind and I'd be happiest that way. Then one day along came this hate I got inside. Since that day I felt so bad inside. That was a loud apology for that. I mean, I was gonna make sure I'm not showing my screen. There we go. Damn, wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta play that back. Fucking broke the sound barrier with that one. Hold on a second. Let me hear that again. People saying, don't tell me that's none of my concern. Damn, he had a voice crack. He went so high pitched. Golly. Damn. I've never heard a man go that high before. Fascinating. I didn't know a man could go that high. And I smoke a lot of weed.
Get out. Visible hate inside me now, and visible hate 'cause I'm down. Oh yeah.
That riff is catchy as hell.
This is what I need right now, so think don't you start. Go away and leave my soul and leave my broken heart. 'Cause if you stay, you prevent me, and I know I'll die.
God damn.
So go away now, go away now, I'll fall to the sky. Visible hate inside me now, and visible hate I've gotta get out. Visible hate inside me now, and visible hate is down, down. Oh yeah.
Hold on. Halftime chat. What are we thinking so far? 3 minutes in. Fucking. I think it's really good so far. Why's my hair splitting over here? Well, I'm trying to make it go in the middle. Sorry. I'm conscious about my hair, guys. Alright? Starts headbanging. Yeah, absolutely. This is fucking killer as hell. No, don't come out. No, don't fall out. Go back in there. There we go. I mean, when did this come out? Witchfinder General. Are they like a 90s or 80s band? I just want to see when their albums came out. Oh, this... Oh, Image Hidden. This came out in 82. Okay, so they're an 80s band initially. Good, we're thinking so far. It's a fucking banger. Fucking banger. I'm over here not only headbanging, I've got my whole body moving to this. I'm like... Dun, dun, bam, 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 dun. Let's get back to it, I guess.
Still don't know if you leave me, I hope you will before you kill me. Here I am, I tried to find you, I hope you're
Oh my God, it's good.
nothing like you. Little hate when there's no joy, and little hate I got all boy. Little hate inside my soul, like in your head, it goes to door. One late and now here comes joy. High for the I don't know, boy. Some say cat, some say fake, I say sex, drugs, rock and beer. My beer.
Mia. Mamma mia. Ooh, crunchy. beer. Yeah, you heard him. You heard the man. 5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, can you come on now? On the heat now, here comes John.
Tell me.
High for you ain't no boy.
And what else?
Some say cat, some say faith, I say six-track rock.
And what else? When did this came out? In 82. Well, stop freaking. Oh, I have to log in to show the image. I don't care. I just wanted to see what the fucking CD listings are. So, Witchfinder General, Invisible Hate. That was an absolute banger, Jesse. Thank you for the recommendation. Again, obviously, I can't show it. Let me get that out of here. Absolute banger of an album, or a banger of a song, Jesse. Thank you for the recommendation. Chat, if we had to rank this on the tier list, where would we put this? Why does this remind me of Jimi Hendrix? Yeah, those riffs were kind of Hendrixy. They definitely were inspired by him, as like most artists, I think, in the late 70s and early 80s were, from like the late 60s and early 70s stuff from him. Yeah, heavy as fuck. I love that riff. I honestly would probably put that between like Great and Wangs here. That was, I'm gonna come back to that. I've seen Witchfinder General before, and I don't know if Jesse's recommended me a song from them before, and it wasn't this one, but I know I've seen that album cover before. Maybe Jesse's recommended to me before, and I've looked at it. I just hadn't reacted to it, or I came across it of my own fruition. You need to listen to the full Death Penalty album. Yeah, from what you're telling me, it's pretty good. So, is that the one? Where are we at? Yeah, Death Penalty. They also have an album from 83 called Friends of Hell, Jesse. Is that one any good? And then they have some albums from like the early 2000s. They have some singles from the 80s. A few compilations. Oh. Yeah, definitely a good, like, just a good. I like how they're literally on Heavy Metal Records. I love it. Ah, what's up, Sinking Ship Fan? You couldn't have been more late. Because I'm about to end stream in like 5 minutes. Friends of Hell is an absolute banger. All right, which one's better in your opinion? Because they're both on Heavy Metal Records, released a year apart. Death Penalty's from 82, Friends of Hell's from 83. And let's see, can I actually look at can I look at this one? This cover? It's not hidden, so. Okay, these girls actually have their tits covered. He said, "Aw, man. Yeah. I'll be live again." I'll have to see when I have my next day off, but I'll put a community post about it as to when I'll be live again. So, don't worry. You guys will see. But, yeah, no. We were just kicking it. It wasn't too long of a stream today. We'd covered the 80s unknown song, Sinking Ships Fan. I don't know if you'd heard. It got solved. It was Power Pack. It's called Focus News. It's from... Apparently, they were stock music. A stock music band. Because they had multiple full-length releases. I'm over here going, oh, look, they have multiple full-length releases. Ba-ba-ba, this is so cool. Completely forgot that they were a stock music band, or they made stock music. So I don't know if they made real music, but if they didn't, they were a stock music band. So Death Penalty is my favorite, but I need to buy that Black Main album. Just I usually like collecting CDs ideally, but if they don't have it on CD and it's just on vinyl, I'll get it on vinyl, man. So that shit's just, you know, too cool not to have. Let me see what the prices are, actually. Black Main. Like, chat, is this not one of the hardest album covers you've ever seen ever? Black Main. Wait, actually, do they have CDs? Is that what I just saw? Oh, they do have CD. Oh, it's a reissue. I want the original, though. Ah! Let's see what we got. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like if you don't mind spending the extra money because you know that it's a rare album, or you know that it's not gonna be available like for anything cheaper on Amazon, or if on Amazon at all, sometimes going through Discogs and buying albums and stuff on there is the way to go. I don't know how many people in chat buy off of Discogs, but I've bought multiple obscure releases from them. I'm gonna be buying that No Description Given one. That's the hip hop duo I played for the last mysterious song I had on my last stream. That's a full length LP, so I'm gonna be buying that from Discogs, so they have it on there for pretty cheap. Exactly, it's the definition of an album cover. And you know, sometimes I have to look at what's available in the United States, which and it'll also tell me the full price here: $105, $78, $87. So pretty hard to come by album. Totally worth it though if I have the money. Oh, here we go. Mint. And look at this. New. Mint. Only $50 in total compared to the $100. And this guy's got a 99% ratings from Portugal. But here's the thing, dude. If they got like a few hundred or a few thousand ratings, and they're at like a 99% chance or like just something really good, you know, fuck it, man. Most of these people use PayPal, at least in my experience. All your sinking ships vinyls. Nice. Came from Discogs. I've got a lot of rare stuff from Discogs. And it's funny because I know we've talked about, or I don't know if anyone here in chat was from my old streams, but I remember back in the day, like 2 or 3 years ago when I would stream like a lot more strictly Lost Wave, it would be like Discogs was not a good place to come by for really, really obscure bands because sometimes they just weren't on Discogs. I don't know if Discogs is still like that or if they've gotten a lot better with having so much music actually on their website. I don't know if they've updated it, but if they're still like that as well. Shit. But actually, you know what? Let me see. Chat, what's a Lost Wave artist that has physical media? Whether they re-released it once they got solved, or they've just had a full-length discography, or at least a full-length album when they initially released it back in whatever days. Like, what Lost Wave artists have physical media that you guys know is on Discogs? Because I want to get this album. This is the one I played. Everything I've heard from this album so far has been spectacular, and you know, I need it mint, so like I'm not spending $176. So near mint for $36, that's good enough. 95% rating from $2,100 or 2,100 ratings, can't beat it. Fex, I already have that. Iris, oh yeah, Whit and Wendy. I forget what the name of the album is, but I'm just gonna type in Whit and Wendy. Whoops. Here, oh, Appendix. Here we go. Appendix EP. One listing for the vinyl, $10, and it's in the United States. Only 30+ pound shipping, only $44 in total. Very good plus. Let's see what else they got. Here we go. I could get that too. Does this have more listings? Nope, same one. Okay, it's from France too. I'll have to try to get my hands on that one as well. What else do we got? Because again, I don't know if I have mentioned this in my last stream. I do eventually want to get back to making videos, actual videos on this channel, but I want to have like actual things to talk about. So one of the shows I wanted to do, alongside covering obscure bands and doing album reviews for obscure bands, another thing I wanted to do was talk about Lost Wave artists, Lost Wave in general, on physical media, which again would be Lost Wave artists who, once they got identified, it was discovered that they either had a full-length discography or a full-length album already on physical media, or once they got discovered, they re-released it, or they, you know, put it on physical media. Discogs is definitely the place for all unknown and known artists and bands' physical releases. Well, that's good to know, because I remember, like, the whole stigma around them a few years ago, at least in this community, was like they were shit. At least when VCC was around, he fucking hated Discogs. But I'll have to get that one. FEX, Iris. What else is there, chat? Chat, what else we got? I tried to find Jollymon. You know, the one that has the machine on it. I could not find that fucking CD for the life of me. Let's see if I can... Here we go. Sailing. Look at this shit. Ready? Sailing. Shop now. One listing CD. Unavailable in the United States. Belgium. 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 Are there any other versions, maybe? Here? Sailing? US? Nope. No available items? Okay, what about the second one? Come on, please. Belgium! Once again, unavailable in the United States. Oh, I hit my nuts on that one. Oh! I slapped my hand down hard. I thought it would just hit my leg. Nope, hit my nuts too. I forgot about VCC. Yeah, he doesn't come around here anymore. I don't know if he still uploads on his channel. I haven't really gone on his channel in a minute either. But, yeah, I wanted to get this one. Jollymon Sailing, because this would have been a cool album to have, because it has the machine on it, obviously. And again, it's a full-length LP. But, I'll have to find another way. Because there's got to be a way. Get this. Belgium, I'm not going to travel to that country just to buy that record. No, facts. I'll have to... These guys are from Seattle, too, I'm pretty sure. These guys are a part of the Seattle scene, right? Oh, yeah, look, they have a whole Wikipedia page. Oh, no, they're from Oregon. Well, still, that's from the northwestern part of America. Same thing. It's pretty much Seattle. You think they'd have, like, something available in the U.S.? But no! What is this now? That's their Jollymon record from 2000. This one's available in the U.S. I could check out this one, maybe. It might be a pretty obscure album. Who knows? Maybe they have another Lost Wave song on there. Interesting. Decisions. Garage looks like Precision Collisions. What else, chat? What else are there? Sounds like a banger video or series. Yeah, I would definitely do parts of it. I don't know how I would structure it, but definitely want to do something like that because I definitely think that's something that we could talk about because I have a few already that I could talk about. I just need to get more. You know what I mean? Hold on. Sorry. Oh, what about that band Dis? D-I-S. Dis. The band that had the song Doomed. Hold on, maybe if I look up Doomed. Yeah, this one. Small Fry Sessions 1 and 2. Is this available on CD? Because this is technically, it has Doomed on there, which it also has a bunch of other, like, untitled, short, few second snippets in here. Oh, hell yeah, I got a market all day. Near Mint as well. Oh, fuck yeah. So that could be one I could cover. Talk about. Dis. I was getting them confused with another band that has just 3 letters and starts with D-I. Dig. This band. Because apparently these guys were pretty big on college radio. They were an alternative rock band from the 90s. They were like... I'm pretty sure these guys were underground, pretty obscure, if I remember correctly. But they had like... They weren't a band like Lost Wave obscurity, like Dis was, like D-I-S was. But because I'm pretty sure these guys had like a pretty niche following. Kind of like... American Football does that math rock band. Big Picture's my final boss for Discogs. Wait, Big Picture. That's right, they have some shit. Big L. Big Picture. Was it Just the Other Day? Just the other day I was passing you by. What's it called? Oh, Just Passing By. That ain't it. Woke up from sleeping from how boring the stream is. Put on porn and jerk off. Well, ain't that some shit to hear? Looks like some post-Nirvana era 90s album cover. Yeah, facts. What, you talking about the Dig one from other one? Yeah, no, facts. Oh, what'd you say? No G. Oh, okay, that's probably why. Oh, yeah, there it is. Let's see what they got here. No available items. What about here? No available items. What about here? No available items. Well, I'm gonna have to start reaching out to people who have no available items. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna have to start reaching out to people who have it. Let's see. 12 people have it. Alright, someone from here will be hearing from me saying, hey, alright, yo, bet. How much y'all want for it? First thing I hear is the dick one. Shout out to Asif Ilyas, the man himself, the main guy, the guy who saw in the original unidentified snippet from the 90s. But yeah, no, I think that's kind of where I'm gonna end it here today. I'll try to find more Lost Wave songs on physical media or on albums that I could talk about here, because I know for a fact there's way more. It's just a matter of obtaining them. So you know, that's another tough thing about Lost Wave on physical media. Is they're so obscure that, you know, they're gonna not be available on even a place like Discogs. I'm back. What's going on? I'm just about to wrap up stream. I was trying to see what physical media or Lost Wave songs were on physical media, but I'm not Carl 92. I don't know. That's something Carl 92 would say. Why does everyone always forget my man Benny Fong? Who the hell is Benny Fong? Adios, Max. Yes, I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna probably go live again. Maybe Thursday night, maybe Wednesday night. I'm not sure. Make sure to finish that Witchfinder General album. Yeah, I'll have to finish the rest of that album. That was really good. Yeah, thank you for the recommendation again, Jesse Pinkman. But yeah, I'll probably stream either Wednesday or Thursday night. I'll post about it on one of my community posts. So stick around for that. Be on the lookout for that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to dip on out of here. Benny Fong is the GOAT. I'll have to look him up after stream because. Oh my god, he's the lead singer for Big Picture. That's right. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Benny. That's right. It's been a while. It's been a while. But yeah, no. Thank you guys for reminding me about that. But anyways, greetings from Argentina. Shout out to you. Much love from the US. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching me all the way from Argentina. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Like I always say, remember to stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Stay in the big picture. Stay collecting physical media. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about streaming services. They ain't the way to go. And I will see you all next time I stream.